It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm at the fresh produce market here in Chow Kit because I'll be meeting up with someone who probably misses all of this a lot. And it's really important for him because he's head chef of an award-winning restaurant in Manchester called Ning. His name is Norman Musa, and I'll be catching up with him to see if he really misses all these beautiful things happening around me. My name is Syed Fardin Omar and this is In Person. Norman, thank you so much for making time for us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I mean, I know you're Malaysian and all, but you've been in the UK for so long. So, are you complaining about the weather just yet?
Well, apart from getting sweaty, that's what I'm complaining about because I'm used with all this cold weather. Even like 2 weeks ago, I was in the cold weather. It was -2 in Manchester.
I know, yeah.
But
it's insanely cold.
I can't complain because I'm Malaysian, so.
and the smell from all these things,
yes.
they don't hit you, yeah?
Not really. I'm a huge fan of the anchovies.
Right, I see. Now, okay, so Norman is an award-winning chef in Manchester with an award-winning restaurant called Ning.
Nominated.
Nominated.
We haven't won.
Yeah,
well, we're working on it.
Well on the way. Yeah. So maybe you can tell us, about having a restaurant in the UK. What is the experience like, and what do people look forward to?
Well, one thing is the best thing about having a restaurant is like this is something that I really enjoy. Yeah, I mean especially to cook. Well, I would say my customers, like 90%, I would say about 90%, like they're all like locals, they're English. And then, it's great to see like they're really enjoying our Malaysian food. I mean, first we did kind of struggle to introduce Malaysian food because not many people know about Malaysian food. Right. They're more familiar with the Thai food, but so, I mean, the first year we struggled, but after that, I mean, they started knowing, our cuisines, and it became so excellent, and then they keep coming back for more. So that's the best.
So what do they like about the cuisines that you actually put on your menu?
Well, because I make it, well, I wouldn't say 100% authentic because I don't have like all the ingredients there, but I make it like 99.9% authentic. Yeah. And then also we provide a good service as well. It's like, Malaysians, when we have tourists coming here.
And how do you keep your prices down? Because, as far as I can remember, I was in the UK for quite some time, and if I went to Tesco and I got that much of French beans, that's gonna cost me like a week's wages or something like that, because Asian ingredients are expensive.
It is, yeah.
So how do you do that?
Well, I mean, I kind of create a formula. I mean, like if it's gonna cost me about £3 for that, so I have to make sure I'm gonna sell it for £10. So I mean, there's like a profit margin.
Right. So if you have plans to go and eat in his restaurant, make sure you've got your wallet ready.
Get your calculator out anyway. So especially the tourists, they can always come and convert. Well, I'm talking about tourists from Malaysia.
Tourists over there.
Yeah.
Okay, and but nonetheless, the supply of local ingredients, it's around.
Yes. I mean, we're quite lucky because 5 minutes away from where we are, we have this big Chinese superstore called Wing Yip. So I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
So so that's good. So we get like 90% of our stock from Wing Yip.
Right. Okay. Now, your restaurant is in Manchester. Simple question: why Manchester?
Why Manchester?
Yeah. Why not London? Why not? I was from Birmingham, so Birmingham.
Well, London. Start with London. I mean, like lots of competition with that.
Of course,
over there. So you have to agree with me on that. I think quite a few Malaysian restaurants there. And then when I first moved up to Manchester, and I saw there's a market there. I mean, at that time there's only like 2 Malaysian restaurants, and then so when we first started, so it became 3. But unfortunately, the other 2 didn't survive.
Right.
So
fortunately, you said.
Yes.
Fortunately for you, then.
Yeah. So, but because I think we can kind of study the market, we try to get to know the people who walked into our restaurant.
And what do you know about the people that walk into your restaurant?
They are so fussy. English is so fussy. Sorry for this. English is so fussy. We have to make sure that the plates are warm when we serve them. The food have to be piping hot. So very, very hot. Otherwise, they're gonna send the food back. But they have to do it because of the weather. I mean, if the food's been served to them cold, I mean, it's going to get really cold like after 2 or 3 minutes. So simple as that. So
okay, apart from the fussiness, what else do you understand in terms of tastes?
Well, not many of them eat spicy food. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's
So
very
what's
common.
their level? Okay, let's try to put this in perspective. What's the level of acceptance for dustness or spiciness?
The spiciness. Okay. Normally, if you go to the restaurants over there, they always put like chilies, like 3 chilies or 2 chilies. I would say between 1 or 2. But only those like came to Malaysia before.
We'll go for 2.
They'll go for 3.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then also I have these cookery classes as well. So lots of them that came to Malaysia before, they so like exciting about our country and then want to learn more. And then they came to my cookery school and then they just want to try something spicy. And I teach them how to cook rendang and also gulai. So and then they just love it.
So you actually have to, I mean, you know you know the dishes well yourself, but you just have to relearn how to repackage it so that your local audiences over there can appreciate it. I remember reading in cookbooks like, you know, things like put a chili in the dish that you're cooking, but before serving, take it out because otherwise it will be too spicy. So do you actually have to do stuff like that?
No, not really. We just have to adjust the amount of chilies that we put in. But you know that the spiciness of chilies come from the seeds.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So I mean, we in the restaurant we use dry chilies instead of fresh chilies. So that's what make it more authentic. So.
But dry chilies are spicier.
Huh? But it depends which size.
Okay.
That's the truth. That's exactly what I told my cookery class students as well. You see.
Right, I see. So that's why you picked Manchester instead of London and all that. But then, okay, the other question is, you're from Penang.
Yes, I am.
Hardcore Penangites here. So you're from Penang. How much of Penang did you actually put into your restaurant?
Ooh, a lot.
And how?
I mean, the concept, I mean, this is what I've agreed with my my business partner, Andy Spracklen. We try to create the concept of a street food. So we got all this chuchok udang. You must like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have it with chuchok udang. Chuchok udang. Yeah, that's it. And then we got all this char kway teow as well. So well, you know the nasi lemak. So everything. I try to create more like a street food rather than more like you know, fine dining, that kind of food.
I see.
Yeah.
So the experience is an easy one being in your restaurant.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Which is that why you've actually called it Ning Canteen?
Ning, well, originally we came up with the Ning Canteen because at that time we don't know what kind of customers, what type of customers we're gonna have, you see. So after a while, and we decided to change to Ning Restaurant to make it a bit more fine dining, and then you know, lots of like couples want to come in for like romantic dinners or so.
Right. So you've actually changed the customer profiles. Instead of servicing the local students there, but you now go fine dining.
Yeah. So because there's a definition of canteen or restaurant, because canteen people over there, well, it's like a canteen.
Yeah, like canteen.
People would assume it's like a canteen. So whereas for us, I mean, we've got like proper chairs. It's not like a bench. So that's why now we change it to a restaurant.
Right. Well, we're going to go for a short break, but just one final question before we go for the break. Why Ning? Any relation to the crooner?
Okay, okay, I don't want to make it big, but she's been there before. A very friendly person.
She must have liked the fact that the restaurant, you know.
Okay, I cannot comment further on that. Okay, but Ning, the name came from my Auntie M.U.S.A.
Okay.
She's the one who owned Nusantara, the dance traditional dance club.
In dance troupe in the UK,
in the UK, in Nottingham. So she came up with this Nang Ning Nong. It's like gamelan.
That's
music
the notes.
So she said, why don't you just pick up this Ning?
Right.
Well, she gave me like Nang Ning Nong, so you choose which one you want. So I said Ning because it rhymes with everything, like opening, happening, you know, that sort of thing. And it's easy to remember as well.
I see.
Rather than I choose like something like flowers of Malaysia, bunga raya or something, you know.
I see.
That's it.
But you sure you like running a business, because otherwise it's pening. That's another thing. All right.
Tell me about it.
Stay with us. We're going to talk about, you know, his previous experiences, how he got into their whole restaurant business. So stay with us.